Today is day number 1 of our Fling machine project. You're going to do some inquiring and analyzing today, so you're going to start with some vocabulary by completing the Frayer model. The Frayer model, you're going to find the definition of the words, you're going to find an image to go with it, list some examples and then some non-examples. And the words that you are going to work with are deadline, produce, adapt, criteria, constraint, malfunction, and effective. Then you're going to read through the procedure, like what is the Fling machine, what am I supposed to do with this? You're going to list some possible materials that you could use to build your Fling machine, and then ask some questions. We want to make sure that you really understand this project and clarify what you're supposed to be doing. And so we want to list any questions that we need answers to. Our essential question that will guide us is, why is it necessary to change and adapt when solving problems? So when I have this problem and this challenge of creating this Fling machine, why do I need to change and adapt along the way as working on this, or as I'm working on a project? And so you just keep that question in the back of your mind, and eventually you will be answering that as well. So at this point, if you haven't yet, pause the video and open up your design notebook. All right, our design notebook is open. First thing, since we're just starting this, put your name in the heading up here. Make sure that you always are including your name on things, just get in that habit so you get credit for the work that you're doing. You see what we need to do. So anything with a blue background is a must do. Orange background should do, and then the pink, those are the things that you're going to aspire to do, that really go above and beyond kind of the teacher expectations for you. You see our project plan up here, so we're working on day number 1. You're going to read through the introduction. You might do this as a class, the materials, the procedure, and then work on the questions together. And then as homework, as independent work time, you are going to complete vocabulary and then actually think about materials from your home or from school that you might want to use to build your Fling machine. So if we click on day 1 here, that bookmark, that will drop us down to the start of day number 1. The green go, you see our essential question here again. Why is it important to change and adapt when problem solving? You see the vocabulary right here. So again, vocabulary, you're going to come up with a definition of the word, image, examples, and then non-examples of those. And so the Frayer model, you should be familiar with this, as you've done this in GTT class already, and also done this in other classes as well throughout the school. So you're going to, again, complete this Frayer model, this 4-square model for the word deadline, produce, adapt, criteria, constraint, malfunction, and effective. And those are words that you're going to see throughout this project and then throughout our time together in GTT class. Then, if you haven't yet, you are going to want to read through the procedure. The procedure is going to tell you a quick synopsis of what you're going to do for this Fling machine project to help you better understand it. You're going to read through the procedure here on the right. That again has some more detail. So both the left-hand column and the right-hand column have those details about what you're going to do. So make sure that you read through those. And then you are going to look at materials. And so as in school, as your teacher will or could provide you with those materials right there. So those, if you think about it and as you're starting to plan, those are going to be materials that your teacher may provide to you. Now you're also welcome to bring some materials from home. And so we have some suggested materials over here. If you have at home a plastic spoon, some cardboard, some string, toys that you maybe have, those are things that you could bring and possibly use from around your house as well. But you'll have to remember to bring those in to school from home if you would like to use them. What you're going to do now, as we are just kind of beginning this project, is think about what materials you would maybe like to use. Now, this is not a materials list that you have to use. It's just getting you thinking about, hey, these are things that I know I have around home, or looking at this list of things that my teacher might provide. These are things that I want to try to use. And so you're just going to add to this list right here. And as we scroll down, we have some questions or spots for questions. So are there things that you still need answered before you start this project? Remember, inquiring and analyzing is about research. It's about gathering information and getting that background information. And asking questions. That's what inquiring means. It's being curious. And so in order to do this project to the best of your ability, What are some questions that you need asked? So you can just type those questions in. All right, then once you're done with that, we're ready for our daily summary. So what's something that you learned? Hopefully you learned something about this project that you probably didn't know about before. And then how were you successful as you went through these day one activities? How were you successful in doing, or what was successful about you completing the activities that we asked you to complete? All right, so fill out that daily summary, reflect back on what you did, and then you see the stop sign for the end of day one. So if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to your teachers and ask, and we will help you out with those. Good luck, and hopefully you start really thinking about some ideas that you might have for your Fling machine as we kind of clarify what the project is about for you today.